Yes. We have this one.
Is the link only for Brian?
Yes, it's only for Brian.
Okay.
Yes, because I am sending him the exam last Friday's exam precisely. That's it. Okay, so let's talk about the exam, guys, girls in this case. We have some, I want to know how you felt on the exam, the difficulty of it, if you detected any difficulty on it, and I want to basically know about your opinion on exam because it's very new for you. Let's begin with Carl. What did you feel on the exam?
I felt the part of the writing I consider was difficult because to identify when it's necessary to use a passive voice or not, I confuse a lot in this part, in specific in the first section. And the second, where we need to write a mail, I forgot a lot the use of the commas and new vocabulary, for example. I consider I didn't use this.
I agree. Yes, the final section, the is, was it an email or?
Yes, it's email for friends. Email. Yes.
So why do you consider you didn't use the commas?
Because I'm not sure if the comma was in the correct position.
I wasn't sure.
Wasn't. Yes.
Makes sense. Okay, that's precisely the feedback that I need to give all of you in general. Of course, I have to finish them. There are so many comments that I want to give every one of you. So I take some time. But yes, definitely the part of the comments is interesting, is important. The part of passive voice is important, but fortunately, all that information is present in the slides that I gave you. Here is when you need to use it, when you don't need to use it, and when it's more commonly used.
Okay.
The thing was here, when the subject is too obvious or irrelevant. And then we have examples, the structure, etc. Right? Good comments. Good comments. I'm going to give you those feedbacks to you later. Now, what about Mitch? What was your experience on the exam?
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Mitch.
I guess as Carla, the hardest part was the first one when we have to identify when used passive voice.
When to use.
Guess when to use passive voice. That was the hard part for me, and maybe the writing, the email. I want to. I have doubts about the commas and punctuation in general.
Okay.
So, but well, I hope did it well.
Yeah, I hope you did it well. Yeah, yes, of
Yes.
course. I mean, the part of the commas is the tricky part because this is where cultural shock occurs. No,
Yes.
we are thinking in
Yes.
Spanish. In Spanish, it's normal to put a comma, but is it correct? It's not. That's a difficult part, of course.
Yes.
Now, it's very interesting to me how necessities change between levels because if I ask the same question to a beginner and their biggest problem is listening, and then I ask this question to you girls and your biggest problem is now punctuation and passive voice. So that's a very interesting difference. You know, what about listening? What is your take on listening?
In the listening, yes, I'm not sure, but I guess I did it well. I don't know.
You consider that was easy, right?
Um, I have a problem with the two questions,
Mhm.
but in general, well, it's the easiest part for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I saw a lot of shows, and this,
Yes, that
yes,
helps.
and this is not easy, but maybe I don't know how to say um
You probably feel more confident on that level.
yes, yes, I guess,
Nice.
yeah,
This is
because oh, sorry,
tell me because you what do you mean?
uh, even I identify the sound of the word when I hear it, that when I was or when I'm or while I'm in the reading.
Yes, exactly.
So, but
Yeah, like the word that you are looking for is in the
yeah,
audio and it's also in the question, so that helps.
yeah,
Be careful, because sometimes that's a trick. Sometimes
mm,
the audio is giving you the word that you have in the answers, but it gives you a negative.
I know. I
Exactly.
know.
Be
I have
careful.
to work on that. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Which is actually, let me send you the results on listen because that one actually is over, so I can send that one to you. Okay, check this out. This goes Elsie. This goes Carlita. This goes Mitch. And Jimena. So there were so many tricks in this particular exam. If you want to check your emails, open your email and check your results because it was difficult. It was a difficult listening. Tell me if you found it.
Yes. I know. I know it.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
I agree. I mean, it's kind of tricky sometimes the way because when we listen to a specific word that is in one of the options, it's like, that's the one, you know? But then we forget to listen to the whole sentence. And the practice that we do in class, this one, well, not that one, this one over here, helps you understand the full context of the sentence. If you notice, first we get some words, and then we complement it with the rest of the sentence. So we need to do the second thing, the second ability in these type of exams. When you are in a conference with an American people, or when you are in an English environment, work environment, a meeting, even a class in an American university, you need to have this ability to understand the full sentence and not only words. So we are going to exercise on that. I'm going to give you strategies. Don't worry. We have a lot to see. Okay. So what about Elsie? What was your experience on the exam? You know the difference between last level and this one.
I felt very well in the exam. And I think that my result will be better in the listening. And now I notice that I'm wrong.
Yeah, but that was an experience shared, a shared experience. Like everybody had the same feeling. It was, this is easy, listening, and then the results. Here in this level, the details are the most important part, especially listening. So the issue will be to find those details. Okay? The practice on the vocabulary that you are doing is going to improve your listening. So keep doing that. Keep practicing on your glossary. Keep extending your vocabulary, because this particular vocabulary is the one that will occur on the listenings in the exam. So don't worry. I know that we expected that it was easy, but it has a specific trick, a very, very specific trick, and we are going to talk about that. Okay? Very good. So we need to do two things, girls. First, we need to understand the strategy that we need for listening, because it's a very different strategy that we have been doing when we watch series, when we listen to podcasts. Our brain makes a paraphrasis, and then we transform the paraphrasis to Spanish. That strategy is an easy way to listen, but very, very often there are mistakes. Okay, so I'm going to give you some strategies for your listening and also for your vocabulary. If you have extensive vocabulary, you will have a very easy listening. So let's first focus on your vocab, and then I give you the strategy. Okay, we're going to go through one of the most important things that we are going to study the whole vocabulary, the whole course. I'm going to insist on the collocation sections, the idioms and collocation sections. When the connector to, or well, when connectors are necessary, then they go usually together. Or when they are not, when a connector is incorrect, phrases that usually go together, words that usually go together, etc. Right? And I need you to have this information in your glossary. The problem is that this information is not in the dictionary. So you will need to get a new dictionary, and I have it for you. The problem is that I need you to download it on your phone. Go directly to the WhatsApp group, and on the WhatsApp group, you will see a new note that says access to collocations. And you are going to click on the link according to the device that you have. If you have an Android, you're going to click on the second link. And if you have an iPhone, you're going to click on the first link. When you have it, let me know, because I cannot see you. Okay. The link takes you directly to the Oxford Advanced Dictionary. Do you agree? Download it, and then I'm going to pass you an access code to the collocation dictionary. This is my personal account for you to study collocations, because this information is not on the internet. There is no source of collocations so effective and so quickly like the Oxford Dictionary. That's the best compendium of collocations. So when you have the app, let me know. Ready. Mitch is ready. Carla's ready. Perfect. Open the app and you will see on the section catalog, let me send it to you. On the section catalog, there is a section like this. It should say Oxford Collocations Dictionary, and there are two buttons. One that says open, no, the one that says preview, and the other that says buy, right? Click on the link that says buy. And, no. Don't click on buy. No. You need to click on the button that says sign in on the top. Which is technically this one. And there you are going to log in with these credentials. let me know when the button download appears. Let me know if you have questions. Or if you can see everything. Okay, Carlos is ready. So can you see the button download?
Yes, teacher.
Awesome. Click it and you will find the collocation dictionary in your phone. The issue about it is that the only way to access it is with the phone. There is no other way. On the website, it doesn't work. So that's the only way to study collocations. Or with a physical copy, no? You can go directly to your bookstore and find an Oxford collocations dictionary. That's the only way. And that's pretty much it. So now when you study a new word for your glossary, copy a couple of examples that you have in the Oxford Collocations Dictionary. So you can get familiar with the word that is before and the word that is after the new word. The idea is that you obtain phrases, not simple words. We need to extend your listening to phrases, to a couple of words. Okay, and that precisely takes me to the strategy. When we learn English and for the listening, it's very effective to learn by phrases instead of simple words. This is what we are going to study in the following classes. What is a phrase? This information, I have it over here. When you listen to an American people, or when you listen to English in general, no, a language. When you're listening to a language, even in your mother language, which is Spanish, you don't realize it, but you are listening portions of information instead of single words. Single words were effective when you were babies. So mom and dad were tell you, hey, bathroom, take this, mommy, daddy, no? Simple words were very effective when you were babies, but when you crossed a certain age, when you go to high school, no, probably earlier, when you go to elementary school, even kindergarten, you start making sentences. And these sentences get more complex and more complex with the time. This is where portions of information get very useful. I'm going to give you a big picture of this information. So when we progress during the process of the next classes, you are going to understand this better. But first, I want you to know how the word families are technically word families for words. But what happens when we can consider groups of words as a unit? Read the first example. It says over here, a verb phrase is a group of words that together comprise the verb. What is comprise? What do you understand is comprise? Let's go to the dictionary. Comprise, B2. Give me the definition, Mitch.
To have somebody, something, or something as parts of or members.
Do you understand?
No. Sorry.
Then you are not reading the synonym.
Oh, consists of.
Read this.
Ah, okay, the collection comprise. Ah, okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's part of something.
To speak about the parts that
complements something.
A bigger. Exactly.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Something is built of different portions, and these portions are the ones that are comprising the total or the bigger picture.
Okay.
Understanding comprise, we can understand this sentence. A verb phrase is a group of words that together comprise the verb. You see what I mean? So whenever you are thinking about, let's say, let me find the slide. Where is it? Here it is. Whenever you are thinking about, let's take the example, I should come to your, I should come to your party. Like this. The example, I should come to your party. In this sentence, the verb phrase is should come. We may think that the verb is only come. But if you eliminate should, then this word has no meaning and there is no reason to use should. Should is there for a reason. Should is giving a meaning to the word come. So they are helping together, and together they are talking about the action, not one and not the other. The verb phrase is the group of words that together comprise the verb. Let's think about the next one. I am not going to leave you. I'm not going to leave you alone. What is the verb phrase in this case? Tell me, Elsie.
I'm not going to leave.
Almost. Omit I.
Pardon. I'm not going to leave.
Exactly. I'm not going to leave. Eliminating the I and separating it with the rest. Good. Let's go with one a little bit more difficult. When a word is in the middle of a phrase. When you say, for example, I've always wanted to have a video game console. In this case, what is the verb phrase, Carla?
I've wanted to have.
Those. Omit I. I is not a verb.
Have wanted to.
I wanted
to have.
To have. Very good. That is a verb. Technically, when you are detecting sections of the sentence by the corresponding group, it's easier to memorize it. And when you are doing a listening test, you are going to remember phrases, not words. That's tip number one. When you are doing a listening test, you will remember phrases. Not single words. Single words are going to confuse you. But phrases are going to give you answers. So then, what do we need to do to improve our listening? First, we will need full vocabulary. We will need to extend our vocabulary. But number two, and most importantly, we will need to know what words go together with what. And if you do that, it becomes quick the way you improve. So I suggest you take a screenshot on this slide. If you want to improve your listening, you should learn what words go together and which words don't go together. What words are only for decoration and what words are not for decoration. That plus collocations, no? Collocations, which are words that usually go together. Any question? That's pretty much it, no? So there you have it, girls. I will give you this challenge for the following listening class. The challenge will be the first thing that you need to do, and that's going to be a tip. Tip for listening. Let's take a note like this. Find first the verb phrase. If you find the verb phrase, it will be very easy to identify person, verb, complement. The person is probably an extensive sentence and an extensive portion. The complement is also an extensive portion, probably. But at least you will know the first separation. The first separation of a sentence is always the verb. This way, you will find the subject and the complement easily. Precisely, your challenge is that when you are listening to an American person, you are transforming everything into Spanish. When you transform everything into Spanish, you will get distracted with the small details. This strategy will help you think in English. So first, find the verb, and then you will be able to separate subject and complement. That's going to be part 1 to understand the utility of phrases. Do you have any question? I know, right? Surprising. Well, in that case, I will pass you the vocabulary for the next challenge. Some words you know them, others probably you don't. Don't worry. You have all the week to review it and extend your glossary. And you have the collocations dictionary, which is super useful. Let me pass you the link to the video. So watch it. And we finished for today.
Thank you, teacher.
Of course, no problem, Elsie. Have a very good night.
Likewise. See you, everyone.
See you.
You too. See you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher. Good night,
Yes.
everyone.
Have a
Good
very
night,
good
bye-bye.
night. See you. Carla, I see you tomorrow morning, okay?
Yes, yes, at
Cool.
8 a.m.
At 8 a.m. Yes, of course.
Perfect. Thank you, teacher.
Good night.
Good night.
Hello.
Hola, nada más te veo a ti.
Nada más estoy yo. Ya se
Es
fueron.
que yo me metí tarde, es que me estaba conectando y no se veía, o sea, no cargaba.
No, estuvo bien. Los saqué antes porque habíamos terminado la sesión antes.
Ajá.
¿Vale?
Bueno,
Nada más
qué
faltó,
bueno.
faltó Jimena.
Ajá. Bueno.
Jessica
Ajá.
y ya.
Bueno.
¿Vale?
Sale pues para registrarlo. No, nada más me faltaron ellos.
Yes.
Ajá.